Hey everybody, Kyle here, bringing you another Meet My Pokemon, actually. It has been a while since I made one of these, and I spoke to a viewer earlier today, and they mentioned that they really enjoyed this series, and I realized that I've been kind of lacking on it. And so I thought I would go ahead and do one today for you guys, and I'm going to do it on Misty, my Starmie. Now, I know Starmies are technically genderless, but mine is a girl, so deal with it. Alright? Take that, Nintendo, or Game Freak, or Pokemon. Take that. Alright. But that's not the point. The point of this video, I don't think we have any new subscribers since I last explained what this is, so I'm not going to explain it again. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start with the breeding. So as you can see, I bred in the Modest nature to give me that special attack boost. I believe it's a special attack boost, right? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because if it wasn't, that'd be embarrassing. I don't think it's a speed boost. I really don't think it's a speed boost, but for the sake of me not being super confused, I'm just going to pull up Showdown real quick. Whoa, what is happening, Showdown? The Pokemon, it could be Egg Slash, Modest. It is. Okay, good. Okay, good. It's special attack, and then of course it lowers attack, and we don't need that because we're Starmie. Now, and then sorry, before I get ahead of myself, then moving over to the EVs. Sorry, the IVs. As you can see by the symbols below where it says Psychic, I bred my Starmie to have perfect 31s in HP, Defense, Special Attack, Special Defense, and Speed. So that, it's always good to have 31 in your defenses, straight up. To have 31 in your speed, 31 in your HP, and 31 in whatever type of attacking you're going to be basing yourself on. Unless you're mixed, then you might want to give up something else, but that's what I did for Starmie. Also, there are some Pokemon, such as for a Trick Room team or for Aegislash, that you wouldn't want the 31 in speed, but that's not the point. I just realized I should say that so someone's not like, you shouldn't always have 31. I understand. And then I think also if you're trying to get certain hidden powers, but that's not, yeah. We're gonna just move on. Yes, so then moving on from that, I also bred in the Natural Cure ability, because it's just really handy for getting rid of it. And people, Misty is one of my sweepers. So if she gets paralyzed, obviously that's hindering her speed. Natural Cure. If she gets toxic, I already have a Life Orb on her, so that's just more damage. Anything with Burn, Natural Cure. Gets put to sleep, Natural Cure. It's really good ability to have on a sweeping Pokemon. Really good. There's been a couple battles. I don't think any that have ended up on the channel, but there have been. Oh my gosh! Wow. I thought if I inhaled really quickly, then I wouldn't yawn, but it failed. So I'm sorry, guys. I yawn or hiccup every video. That's just how it works, apparently. That's every single time. Yes, I thank you, Showdown. You may close now. Yeah. So Natural Cure, good for a sweeper. Modest gives you that attack boost, special attack boost, specifically, I should say. Everything except for attacks, you're not going to be needing it. And now let's move on to the next step, and that is the EVs. So all I did, since she's a sweeper, it's very straightforward. I just put max speed, max defense. Now you don't always want to put max speed into something, because if you pull up a speed tier and it shows you the speeds of different Pokemon, if putting four, like say I was gonna either have 170 speed or 171 speed, right? So say if I max it out at 171 speed, I don't need that, because if you look at the speed tiers, almost all of the really fast megas with a positive nature and full investment have 169 base speed, or sorry, have 169 total speed. That's of course without any boosts or anything like that, and since they're megas, they're not holding a choice scarf. And with 170, you can outspeed a mega, guaranteed. Yes, you can. Oh my gosh, I'm afraid I'm misinforming you guys. I know that I'm not, but I have the speed tiers open. So let me go down to 169 and just make sure. Yes. 169. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, I forgot. The Megas all have 167. And well, specifically Mega Blaziken, Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Gardevoir, Mega Medicham, and Mega Charizard all have 167 as their speed with a positive nature and a full 252 investment. 170 lets me outspeed Garchomps, Furfros, Landorus, Thundurus, and Dudanes. Dudane's not that much of a threat, but Landorus is good to outspeed with Starmie since you can do super effective damage to it and hopefully one-shot it. Furfros, I don't run into those, so I don't know how important it is to outspeed them. Garchomps, definitely, because I do carry the Ice Beam specifically for Garchomps. And what was the other one? And then Thundurus is good to outspeed because I think Ice Beam is fit on Thundurus too, right? Isn't it like electric flying or something? I could be completely wrong. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I'm yawning so much. What was I getting at? What was I getting at? Sorry. Gosh. Okay. Okay. It's not. Thundurus is not flying. That's Tornadus I was thinking about. I've actually haven't fought a Thundurus before that I know of. Oh, I have. I have. It's still good to outspeed it just in case you have to attack one. But gosh, I need to stop recording this early in the morning because I am exhausted. So we're gonna take a step back. All right, 170 speed. You outspeed a good chunk of the Megas. You outspeed Garchomps with positive natures and full investment, assuming they're not choice, but I haven't faced a choice Garchomp in a long time. The only time I've ever faced one was in doubles. I have not seen one in singles. I could be wrong, but I don't believe I've seen one in singles yet. So being able to outspeed those is great because the Ice Beam is 4 times and you're Life Orbed, which is the next thing I want to get onto. Life Orb. Life Orb is a great item on Starmie because you're doing so much damage and she has such good coverage that Life Orb just makes that so much better. It gives you the equivalent of stab on your non-stab moves, and it gives you twice the stab on your stab moves since it's another 1.5 times boost on top of that. Now my Starmie, as you know, if you've been watching, every video consecutively, has gone through a couple builds. I had one where she was Scald, Psychic, Power Gem, Dazzling Gleam, and then that one wasn't actually working out too well. And then I changed her to I changed the Power Gem to Ice Beam. Gosh, there I go again. I changed the Dazzling Gleam into Ice Beam. No, gosh, I changed the Dazzling Gleam into Thunderbolt. And then I changed the Power Gem. I also had Brine at some point. This Starmie has had so many different builds. At one point in time, I actually had misjudged the math on the Expert Belt, and I was actually running Expert Belt as well. And so that was a huge... That was just a huge disadvantage to me because Expert Belt... Since Expert Belt only boosts on your super effective hits, I feel like it should give you a lot bigger than a 1.3 times boost. That just seems a little poop. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get 1.5 times to everything with the Life Orb, then you're getting that on your super effective hits too. But, gosh. Nintendo. Come on. Seriously? Expert Belt? Make it better. Alright. But this is the build I went with, so this is what I'm talking about. So, I chose Scald because it has 80 base power, which isn't too bad. It has, obviously, its accuracy isn't as bad as Hydro Pump, and while Hydro Pump would be doing more damage, Starmie already packs so much of a hit that Scald isn't that bad at all. Scald has worked fine for me, as you've probably seen in the battles, and so I like it. And then also, if it doesn't KO the Pokemon, it does have that chance to burn, which is also really good. So I feel like Scald's just overall a better move than Hydro Pump, in my opinion. Moving on to Thunderbolt. Now, the reason why I have Thunderbolt instead of Power Gem, now Power Gem was originally so that I could kill Charizard Wise and Talonflames. The issue was that Talonflames, right, unless I somehow got them to switch in to the Power Gem, they had the priority Brave Bird and they were killing me one shot anyways. And then with the Charizards, um, I didn't come across Charizard Y in singles often enough to make it worth carrying Power Gem. So I'm for Thunderbolt instead, because not only does Thunderbolt still hit Talonflame and Charizard very hard, and with Starmie can take them out, but on top of it, when I have a Milotic in front of me or any other type of water Pokemon that isn't water ground like Swampert or I think Quagsire, I believe Quagsire is water ground as well. But if it's not one of those Pokemon, it gives me an ability. It gives me the ability to hit it really hard with Starmie, so they can't just wall me out. Milotic was the biggest one, and though Milotic does sometimes pack Thunderbolt on it too, if I scout out its moveset and it doesn't have Thunderbolt, Starmie's great to switch in onto it because it just Thunderbolt does such good damage. I have the Scald for the chance to burn, and then if it goes for Toxic, I have the Natural Cure if I switch out. So it works out pretty well. And then Ice Beam, of course, is for all of those dragon types. I mean, it's, what, 4 times effective on Dragonite, 4 times effective on Noivern, 4 times effective on Garchomp. I would say it's effective on Goodra, but it is a special attack, and we all know how well those work on Goodra, even if they are an Ice Beam. Goodra will eat that like an icy. So, but with the current metagame, a lot of things have a weakness to ice, and so it's really good to have. I feel like it's definitely really, really good to have, and hits a lot of things neutral. It's just a strong element, definitely a strong element. And so that's why I run that moveset that I have, and that's Misty. Again, I mean, she's a sweeper, so there's not too much depth to go into. It's not like my Rotom, who is like mixed invested and things like that. My Sun team will be a lot more interesting. I literally, the only thing I have left to do is my Victory Bell is level 47 and not 50. I just need 3 more levels, and the only reason why I'm not showing you them right now is because even though it's only 3 levels, I think you would all feel more satisfied if they're like complete. If you're seeing the full picture. Not just, you know what I'm saying? Not like, he's 3 levels away, it's good enough. Like, I want to make sure the team is in full strength and ready to show you. I do plan on doing kind of like a hyper Meet My Pokemon, where I'm going to introduce you to the entire Sun team at one time. I think that'll be really cool. Sorry, I got to plug in my charger. And bam. Oop, bam. Bam. There we go. I do plan on doing like a hyper Meet My Pokemon. It's gonna be the entire Sun team and explaining how they work together and what the plan is and how they came to be. And there'll probably still be some changes, but I'll get into more detail when that video actually comes out. But again, sorry, now I got hiccups. I knew it was gonna happen. Yawning and hiccups every video, Okay, but so let's do a recap on Starmie. Modest Nature gives you that special attack boost and gets rid of attack which you do not use. Going for everything except for attack and perfect IVs is great because you're not going to use your attack anyways. Defenses are always good to have. Special attacks are doing damage with, and Starmie's meant to outspeed, and you need that 31 to get the 170 speed that's so crucial to outspeed Garchomps. Going max special attacks, max speed, just make sure that you're doing as much damage as possible to everything, and the max speed is crucial to outspeed Garchomps, because if you're even 1 point less, you're speed tying a max invested Garchomp, and that's not good for you, because you want to make sure you're getting that KO, not flipping the coin for it. And the moveset, Scald, Thunderbolt, Psychic, Ice Beam. Psychic gives you that stab. It's really good on fighting Pokemon and a lot of other things like poison Pokemon, etc. Scald is really good. It's got high base, it's got good accuracy, it's stab, and then has a chance to burn on top of it. So I personally think it's better than Hydro Pump. Thunderbolt's great, so if another water Pokemon tries to wall you that's not part ground, you get super effective damage against them. Plus the Life Orb, you're doing huge chunks, even to special walls with Starmie. Starmie does pretty good damage. And then Ice Beam is great because, again, you are outspeeding Garchomp, so you might as well take advantage of that. And there's so many dragons in the metagame. They seem to be kind of falling out. I mean, other than Garchomp, I rarely see any of the other dragons anymore. But that could just, you know, be the people I've ran into, because I only do like 1 or 2 66s a day, and so You know, I'm only getting a very small sample of what's actually being used, so it could be wrong. But I personally haven't ran into them too much. But Ice Beam is just a good move, anyways. Hits flying Pokemon, dragons, and grass, things like that. If someone switches in a grass Pokemon on you, Ice Beam is still a good way for you to take them out as Starmie, if they haven't already scouted that move. And there we go. That's Starmie in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully, you guys can take a Starmie out for a spin too. Starmie has great coverage. Like I said, she gets Rock Gem, and what was it, Dazzling Gleam, or two other moves that she has that are really good. On my team, they personally didn't turn out to be that useful for me, but still, I mean, they're definitely worth checking out. But I would suggest, yeah, definitely, if you're looking for a cool sweeper and you don't already have too big of a dark slash electric slash grass weakness, definitely give Starmie a try. She's really, really fun to use. She has a really cool model, too. It's one of my favorite models in the game. Just, just the way it looks. It's really cool. I love Starmie. But there we go. Alright, guys. Again, sorry that I've been doing really early AM videos, that I'm kind of not all here and not all super amped like I usually am. The schedule I'm working this week is very, very early for me in the morning, and I'm a late night person, so it really sucks. But that's okay, because hopefully it'll change next week, and we'll be back to normal where I can be up late and do all my energetic videos and all that good stuff. And there we go, and I'm super excited. Sun Team will be doing the Hyper Meet My Pokemon tomorrow with the entire Sun Team in it. Guaranteed, because like I said, Victory Bill's only 3 levels away, so I'm going to get home from work, level her up, and then bam, video time. But alright guys, again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. If you have any ideas for the Starmie, something else I should try, or if you decide to try her yourself, tell me in the comments. I'd love to speak to you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video.